it start. Hi guys, and welcome to Radio Alex HM, and a video in a way that I'm kind of dreading in a way. The reason I'm dreading it is I don't know how I'm going to pull it, and I don't know if I'm going to make this like over a couple of videos or go straight into the video or not. So, how do I start this? For me, this is going to be interesting. Okay, let's put it like this then. For me, I see the world differently to how you might see it, or your friends, or anything like that. The reason I see the world differently is something called autism. I have a very, very mild case of it. You might not see it within my videos or anything like that. But for me, I know it's there. And I see comfort in making my videos to you to come and think of ideas up and show the world what I'm made of, but you may not see that there is something mentally holding me back, and that mentally sort of condition is autism. I have what is called ASD, Autistic Spectrum Disorder. I haven't been fully diagnosed with it or anything like that, and I feel that I want to try and see what is holding me back, what has held me back through the times when I was at school, through junior school, through secondary school, and through college. And I went and spoke to one of my old LSAs, which is in a vlog that I've got ready to edit and everything. And she said in a way to me that I need to express my views out and tell the world, as she put it, how to go and do it. I spoke to my sister on how to approach this, and she said you need to go onto YouTube and showcase the world how to do it, how to go and show that this is the Alex, this is how you guys will now see me, sort of thing. So there might be times where I get my words muddled up, there might be times where I'm like not kind of with it or something like that, and for me it's the way I am. My brain has been wired up differently from your boyfriend, from your girlfriend, from your husband, from your wife, from your child, or anything like that. And I see the world differently, and that's no fault of my own or anything like that. I honestly can remember going to school each time I went, and I think to myself, am I going to get bullied? Is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? Sort of thing. And I went through all my junior school sort of years getting picked on and everything like that. And it went all the way through into my secondary school, and it just carried on and on. And I got so sick and tired of being bullied because I was different. I saw the world differently to them. And I couldn't make any friends my own age group when I went into secondary school. And it isn't only it's now where we're now older that they've realised what has happened, how it has affected me. So the people that I couldn't make friends with in my year group, I am now catching up for lost time. I've got coming up a school reunion, but we don't know the details yet, and honestly, that's a whole different topic. But the bullying didn't stop until I got to college. And that was where I noticed a different me within the college side of things. And I made friends. I'm not joking by this. I was the youngest person in my year. In my class, sorry. And I just flew through this course. And I found out that come April, yeah, it was about April, May sort of time, when it was near to the end, that all I had to go and do was get my work signed off. And I could have had my work signed off, and I had such a big summer holiday, let's say from April. So I've got May, June, July, August, back in September. 4 months. 16 weeks summer holiday. You only get a 6-week summer holiday. And I think to myself, crap! That's brilliant and everything. And it was in that sort of area where, when it came to progression, the college were a little bit dubious with me. Was I now ready to go on to do a mainstream course? I was on a supported learning course. It was called Vocational Preparation, which was a case of retaking my year 11s and getting myself ready for work and everything. So, we go pretty much, and me and my mum, we went in, and I knew I wanted to study catering or IT. For me, I love cooking, and I could try and make dishes up and everything like that. And I wanted to show my ability to go and cook fantastic food. It was, on the other side, I wanted to study IT because I was good with computers, and I felt that I was able to, knew a little bit about computers because my dad kind of taught me in a way on how to do these sort of areas sort of thing. He was good. I can remember way back before living here and everything, having our house, my cat's going to walk through, there she is, having the house full of wires, and then we are stripping these wires. And then another thing was CCTV. My dad worked with a security firm, and I was able to put a CCTV camera together, and I could remember it. But another thing that I'm able to remember, I know I've kind of differed off topic here, is Formula 1 World Champions. This has no sort of I didn't plan to wear this or say this sort of thing. I just happened to put an F1 t-shirt on. For me, I can just about name all of the F1 champions from 1988, I believe it is, to the present day. I'm not going to reveal all of them, but from 96, I know from 96 onwards, I can even tell you the constructor they were with, sort of thing. Anyway, going back to the college side of things. And I chose to go and do IT, and then I needed to try and put together all of the, I had to show that I was ready to go onto a mainstream course. Normally you would go from the supported learning course of vocational preparation onto skill power, which was another supported learning course, and then you would go on to the mainstream course. For me, I went from vocational preparation onto a mainstream course, and I was told that it would be possibly a hard route to go by, and that they would have resource papers there ready for me to transfer onto the skill power course. And I just blitzed. I didn't exactly blitz it, I just felt ready. Completed that course, and I carried on going all the way through up until a level 3, where I found another passion and everything with media. I fell in love with, I remember going around our media centre at college and discovering that the college had a radio studio, and I was like, yay! I'm interested, sort of thing. And I can remember being in there, getting told, this is what the Chris Miles show has, this is what Scott Mills has, this is what X, Y, Z uses in their show, and I'm like this. You know when you see a dog and you call their name and they go, the ears go up and everything? That was me, sort of thing. And I was like, yes, this is my forte and everything. And straight afterwards, I turned around to my lecturer that year and I went and said, can you get me onto the radio station, please? She went, yeah, sure. And that's how I got my nickname, or this is how I came up with my name, because I used to go and have lunch with a friend called Alex, who I know watches my videos, and he said, can I make one condition? And I went, yeah, sure, what's that? I always buy you a lunch on a Friday. I was like, yeah, that's fine, as long as I can be in a YouTube video with you. Yeah, that's sure. To this day, we still haven't made this YouTube video or anything like that, but we did have a channel, which I can't remember the passwords for, called AAA Gaming. The idea was, the name AAA came from Alex and Alex, and we were going to play all manner of stuff. So he would be on his Xbox at home, I would be on my Xbox here, and we would be playing games and everything like that, and we were going to sort of like do it that way and make the videos. When it was in that, because it was a level 3 course, the hardest functional skill, the hardest sort of like level, it's the equivalent of something like 5 A levels. It was so intense and I just couldn't cope. And I went to my LSA and I went, look, I really can't I'm struggling big style. I've fallen behind so much. Can I have, during my break periods, an LSA each time up even? And she managed to find resources for me and everything. And then she called a meeting with me and she said, how about this for you next year? Why don't we put you on the Addictophone program? The idea of the Addictophone was for me to record the lessons, and when I came home, I could do my coursework and I can listen back to each lesson. It might be like a 30-minute PowerPoint, and I would have on this little sort of microphone. If you ever watch sports interviews or something like that, and they've got a swarm and they've got like a guy like, imagine I'm out in the shop, you see like a guy like that with the microphone and everything. That was kind of like me. That's how I was recording my lessons. And I come home, write all my essays and get them. And I didn't exactly fall behind as much, but I was missing deadlines, like only by 2 days, or get my essays in and my coursework in like 2 days before the deadline, which means it will still get marked, but I possibly wouldn't have got the best of scores or grades for it. And I passed the course with flying colours and everything, but I misunderstood what I was predicted for. I was predicted for something like a pass merit, I think it was, but I missed out on a merit by a long shot, and that was my tutor's fault. Like I emailed him, I went, look, can you chase up my grades? You told me I was predicted for a pass merit, and I actually got pass, which was brilliant. I passed the course, sort of thing. And it just made me, I just felt happy, because if I had the Addictophone for when I was in the first year, I possibly would have had a much better chance on getting that pass merit, sort of thing. And then those scores counted for your UCAS points, and UCAS is the British version to determine what university would be best for you. I wasn't going to go to university because the amount of pressure that I was being put on to go and have essays after essays to do, possibly being away and stuff like that, I decided not to go and obviously pursue a career, the path of university sort of thing, which isn't my own fault, which is the decision I took. And then following that, Autism in a way hasn't really been showcased that much. It's only recently I watched someone else's video, Sophia, I think her name, or Rihanna, made a lengthy video. I watched about half an hour. No, I watched about 15 minutes worth of the video, and she explained that she struggled. She couldn't make friends like I couldn't, and everything like that. And I don't want this video to be a downbore for you or anything like that. I just want to show you this is the way I am. But over the period, there's been a few programs now on BBC, on ITV, and everything like that that have shown autism out there. And for me, I watched these programs. The one documentary I remember so vividly was the Cara Toynton one, and this is all once I'm at college. And Cara Toynton, if you don't know, has dyslexia. I haven't got that or anything like that, but I'm watching it and she was doing all of these tests, which was the EdPsych test, where she had to do a spelling test, she had to do a maths test, she had to do a reading test, a writing test, all manner of different things to determine what the outcome was. And one of the tests, and it is my favourite test when I come to do it, I haven't done it for a little while now because obviously I'm not in education, and it's, if you've ever played with Lego, this is the best way. It's like I had 9 dice, and each of these dice would have a half of each colour, so it'd be half red, half white, a whole red one, a whole white one, and that was it. So they were the 3 colours and everything. And I'll get given a pattern, and on something like this. Ignore that it's got pictures on or anything like that. But there'll be a diagram like this, like on here, and I would have to copy and get that diagram made in the bricks. And I loved it. And during the test, the examiner went, "You really did like that one, didn't you?" And I went, "Yeah, it was my favourite." And when it came to doing my renewal, she went, "Should we do your favourite one then?" And I was like, "Yes." But I struggled with that particular one. And on the first time I did it, I just blitzed the thing together, and it was just like, cool. And everything. So the second time doing it, I didn't exactly blitz it. But that's how I can remember, like, I remember watching that. Only just recently, there's been another documentary came out, and I'm like this, nodding away to it, to someone who I didn't actually think had an autism diagnosis, which is Asperger's. I know I don't have it, but he knows his topic so vividly, like I know F1 so vividly, and that was Chris Packham. Chris Packham has Asperger's, or however you may interpret it. And he can't socialise and be around, like, being the public sort of thing. Yet you see him in front of a small little studio audience, and he's in his element and everything. But when he's out in public, he lives in a woodlands with his dog as his best friend, and I felt so sorry for him. But yet that is how his brain is and everything. And one question was said in this: if there was a if autism and Asperger's, or or however you call it, there was a cure, would you take that cure? He said no. To me, I won't take that cure, because this is me. I am Alex. I am the way I have been built in here, and the person who I am. I can socialise with friends over a pint, over at work and everything like that, because it's the way I am. But everyone seems to see that I'm not the person in front of the camera like I am. I hope in a way that gave you a better understanding of it, and I did say I didn't want to make this a lengthy short video, but in a way it has turned out that way, and I don't mean that at all. But I'm going to end on this last point. For me, I'm unable to keep a job secure. I've had 3 jobs. One was at a theme park, The other one was at a fast food chain called McDonald's, and the other one was in a call centre. And one of them I was able to potentially hold it down, but I chose to leave. The other two I was fired from. One because I couldn't keep up with demand. The other one was inappropriate behaviour, and I'm not going to go into detail on the inappropriateness because I was at the stage, I was young, and I didn't know what was right and what was wrong, which is another form of the way I am. Obviously, as I grow more on YouTube, don't see me as a different YouTuber. Don't see me as the YouTuber that is different. I'm a YouTuber doing what I love doing. I am doing this because I'm trying to make videos for your enjoyment, for your pleasure, and everything like that. And I hope this has gave you a much better understanding. The videos will be back to bouncy Alex and hyperactive Alex, however you want to put it, sort of thing. I'm going to go now because my mouth is getting dry, and I will try and make it a little series on this and show you the way my life is, in a way, if you want. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a great big thumbs up, please. And if you are new to my channel and you want to see what I get up to, click that subscribe button. I post a video every Sunday at 4 PM, and I look forward to seeing you next Sunday with another Alex Holland Martin video. Goodbye.